Hi guys! This video very nearly didn't start with my classic intro because I wasn't feeling well and I didn't do it, but I wanted to cut in here to say that there are some big points like using a wheelchair, using ear defenders if you have like sensory problems like sound sensitivity, earplugs, and then also sunglasses for light sensitivity. I didn't mention those things in the video, I think because I took them for granted. When I go out of the house, I pretty much always have my wheelchair, and then if I need them, I'll have my sunglasses and earplugs. So those are some things that can also help, and now I'll get into the video. Okay, so this video has not gone to plan at all. My idea was that I wanted to talk about how to prepare to leave the house when you're mostly housebound, and then coincidentally I've been particularly tachycardic today and I haven't wanted to talk and make it worse because I'm probably making it worse right now by talking. So I'm just editing, and for anything that's too rambly I'm just going to cut in and you can have a mix of clips. So my first tip is to do your most energy exhausting things a day or a couple of days before. Now this isn't possible for everything, but I'm going to give a couple of examples of things that I wouldn't be able to do on the same day as going out, but it is possible to do them ahead of time. So one is showering and one is straightening my hair. Not everyone will want to do that, but I'm going out to something quite nice this evening, and so I want to look and feel my best. So I did actually straighten my hair last night, but then having said that, even though I showered and straightened my hair last night to take the pressure off this morning, not even the pressure, like just so that I didn't have to use that energy on that. And my other tip is that I just stay in bed for as long as possible. So I'm going out in about an hour and it's 5 o'clock in the evening and I haven't got out of bed today. I've brushed my teeth and that's pretty much it. I've been in bed all day because I've just been saving my energy up. So I really recommend doing that if you can. And I think that's why I wanted to title this video "It's for people that are mostly housebound," because these things don't really apply if you're going out of the house all the time. Like if you're going out of the house most days, you can't shower the day before because you'll be going out most days. So I know that this video probably won't apply to as many people as some of my others, but I still wanted to film it. And then another thing I do is there's a couple of medications that I take, and I want to talk about the over-the-counter ones because you can get these too if you suffer from these symptoms. So a main one for me is stomach cramps and tummy aches and stuff like that. So I take Buscopan, and it really just helps with everything stomach and intestinal, and it actually also helps with the urinary system as well. So if you get, I don't know, like urinary related pain, I don't know what to call that, it does actually help for that as well. I don't know why they changed the labelling because it used to be in the leaflet, however they've recently taken that out, but it's the same medication so it does still help with that. So before I go out I will take Buscopan, and then the other things I do as well is that I time that to be at its optimum for when I'm out. And I do the same with my anti-sickness tablets and also painkillers. Hi again, so I'm cutting in to tell you about an over-the-counter anti-sickness. Past me would have been so thrilled to find out that this exists. So this is definitely available in the UK, but not necessarily other places. But if you're in the UK, there's a medication called prochlorperazine. This is what it says on this packet. However, to get it over the counter, it goes by the name Bucostem, and it's marketed for nausea associated with migraines. So if you need this medication for every now and again, you can go to your pharmacy and say you want Bucostem for nausea associated with migraines, and they should give it to you. Now you have to bear in mind that if it's not prescribed, you can't take this constantly. Like for me, because I have this prescription one which says prochlorperazine on it, I'm just saying that so that you know that this is prescribed and it's under the control of my doctor. I'm able to take it every day, but if you're not under the guidance of a doctor, that's not advised. And that's also why it's marketed for migraines, because those people aren't going to be taking it every day. So it is available, just don't take it every day if you're buying it over the counter, because that's not its intended purpose. But if you do need something occasionally to help stop you feeling sick, this is a good option. It's the one that goes in your gums, and so if you're feeling nauseous, you don't have to swallow it. It just goes in your gums and then absorbs that way. My hand is getting tired, so back to the video. So I do take anti-sickness tablets most days, but if I'm going out, I will try and hold off so that I can time it as well as I can. And then the same for painkillers. I don't take painkillers anywhere near as often as I take the anti-sickness ones, but if I'm going out, I will tend to take them just to give me as good of a chance at feeling okay as possible when I'm out. So just timing everything. I time my as needed medications to be as effective as possible for when I'm going out, and then I just stay in bed the whole day. Even if I'm going out in the evening, I will stay in bed the whole day to ensure that I'm able to go out. And I think for a lot of housebound people, or certainly for myself, I'm in bed most of the time anyway, so so it's not that different. And then now that I've taken my medications, they should hopefully be settling in. I think they are. They all seem to be setting in, apart from my heart one, because my heart rate is not happy right now. Like, I feel very shaky from it. I'm going to take a rest and try and see if I can get it to come down a bit. Another thing that I do is I prioritise sleep over resting where possible. So if you sleep well, that might not be an issue for you, and you might be able to sleep and rest before you go out. Whereas for me, I don't sleep well at night, and so in the daytime, I will take as long as it takes for me to get a decent amount of sleep, even if that means lying back down and trying to go to sleep at like 9 AM for another couple of hours. I will still do that. For some people, rest might be more important, but I know for me, sleep is a lot more restful than just rest. And so if I don't have much time, I will prioritise sleeping rather than resting, because it's the only thing that gives me some energy back. I feel like I had so many more tips than this, but I can't think properly because of my heart rate, so I don't think I've done this justice. Maybe I'll just have to add in some clips afterwards. I also leave getting dressed and stuff like that quite late, and again, time it. So I time it to be quite close before I go out, but also not immediately before I go out, so that I can rest afterwards, because that gets my heart rate up as well, getting changed. So for me, I will do it close to when I leave, but still with enough time afterwards to rest, which is actually right now. So I'm going to go and get dressed, and then maybe I'll see you again. Maybe I won't, maybe it'll be future me. I don't know. This has been so rambly because I haven't been well enough to do this justice. But I've given it a go. This is real life. Oh, like, I want to give my tips about chronic illness, but then the chronic illness is stopping me. But I've tried. So I'm now dressed in one of my favourite dresses, and I feel like it makes quite a big difference. And that would be another tip. Try and find clothes that are easy to wear but yet make you look put together. I just want to clarify, but by put together, I didn't mean like looking really fancy. It could also mean wearing a top like this. This is a pyjama top, but it does just look like a jumper, and so stuff like that is really good too. I think because I was going to a more dressy event that night, I keep calling it an event, that was why I was mainly talking about getting dressed up, because I was thinking of going to things that are a bit more fancy. So as I was getting ready, I was thinking to myself, there are a couple of things here that the other girls will be doing tonight that I just can't do. One of them is wearing heels. I am too dizzy and wobbly to wear heels, and I'm not very good at walking anyway. Let alone, it's not that I can't walk in heels, it's that I can't walk full stop, basically. That's the issue I have. And so even though other people will be wearing heels tonight, I won't, because it's just not something that I can do. And then also the girls will probably all be curling their hair and looking lovely, but I can't do that. I don't have the energy to do it. Raising my hands to like do the curling tongs or whatever, I can't do that either, because it would raise my heart rate too much, and so it's just not something I'm able to do, and that's okay. But that's where like the clothes and stuff comes into it for me. And this is more so for dressy events, I mean. Like obviously if you're just going out, don't feel like you have to dress up just to go to the shops or to the doctors or something like that. In fact, I would actually encourage you to not dress up for those things and to be as comfortable as you can. So when I go out, I do just wear comfortable things, jumpers most of the time. One, because I'm cold, and two, because they're really comfy. Or things like dresses. You won't be able to see. I'm wondering if I can show you, but this is a flowy dress, and so there's no like pressure on my stomach or anything like that. It's not tight, it's not uncomfortable, and so I would just say to use clothes to your advantage. I'm sorry I went at it at the approach as though you're going out of the house for something dressy as well, because this video isn't just meant for dressy things, it's meant for everything. And so I didn't mean that you should always dress up, I just meant that if you are going to something dressy, there are ways that you can dress up without putting any effort in. Like this dress was so easy to throw on, it's just one item, like it's easier even than trousers and a top. So I guess the tip was like use clothes to your advantage, whether that's wearing something really comfortable, something that's low energy to put on, like maybe a dress that you can just pull over your head or something, and then you've got your whole outfit. Be mindful of like restrictive clothing and don't wear that. And then also, even if there are things that everybody else is doing that you can't do, don't worry. Like just don't worry if you can't do it. I know it's tempting to try and push yourself, but like for example with wearing the heels and curling my hair, it just wouldn't be worth it for me. And so I just pick my battles, basically, that's what it comes down to, and just prioritise the things that I can and can't do, and also what's going to make a difference. So sorry I haven't worded this very well, it's brain fog and tachycardia, it's just made it difficult to think, but I still wanted to do the video, and I wanted to do it when I was actually getting ready, and now I'm thinking maybe that was a bad idea. But I will see you in the next video. Bye.